today we will learn what machine learning is. And types of learning, example of different types of learning, ML process, and recent machine learning application. So let's get started. So first of all, we will know what learning is. So learning is basically learning from data, learning from experience, and key part of learning is remembering, adapting, generalization. Yeah. So basically, to learn anything, we are remembering it, then we are adapting what we have learned, and we are making generalization of what we have learned, so that we can see, like we can recognize similarities between different situations, so that things used in one place can be used in other place. For example, you have a angry something bad happened, so you know how to keep yourself calm, learning from different type of situation. So there is also intelligence, such as reasoning and logical deduction. So we are only interested in most fundamental part of intelligence, that is learning and adapting, and how to model them in a computer. We will learn more about the programming thing, about doing a lab, and furthermore lectures. But today lecture is only about just telling you what is machine learning and how we can perform it. So here comes the machine learning. So you have to think about the Amazon store, how the suggestions are shown in Amazon, in your Prime Amazon. So you will see you are buying the product and the bunch of suggestions come up on your screen. So how those suggestions are given. So there is a machine learning algorithm that are running behind the scene. So the problem we have is the prediction. So the reason that this will work is the people who are similar act similar. For example, you are buying one product, for example, shampoo, and the someone else in the world is buying the similar shampoo. So, but the person in that world is buying more stuff additional to the shampoo will be suggested to you as well, because uh, machine learning will see you both have similar, you are both are buying similar stuff, so will consider you similar. So but one problem for all those movement is we need a lot of space, data storage in large quantity, we need it. So we need this machine to make decision to predict by learning from data. Keep learning new data will increase the performance and experience. So learning from the data will increase the performance and experience of our model. So it's just the code from one scientist that is Simon. The learning is process by which a system improve performance from experience. So that we already discussed. Sorry, I'm just again pressing the wrong button. So there is a difference between the classical programming and machine learning. So in basically the classical programming, we have the data, like for example, we have the inputs and we are making the rules, and after inputting the data, we got the we are getting the output. That's the result, right? And but in machine learning, we have the data and we have the output. We have the answers as well, and we know we have the inputs as well. So we are feeding it to the our AI model that will make its own rules, and that we can use to predict the behavior of any user. Anything you will find more in the labs that we will gonna post it in next few days. So now we come to the second part. Now we have learned what machine learning is. Now we will learn what's the different types of learning. Like what are different types of machine learning. So basically we will learn three types of so there is only three types of learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So we will see more of them with the example in next few slides. So supervised learning. So we have so in supervised learning we have the inputs and output with the correct label. So for example, uh, a training set of example with the correct responses that we call label or classes is provided. So the algorithm is mapping the input to the desired output, and it may make the map of it, and then it use that map to predict it. So it will be shown in this example. So the problem statement is predict the score of student based on the number of hours they studied. So we have the hours and we have the exam score. We have to see what's the relation between both of them. So then whenever we have the student with the, like for X number of hours, we have to predict what will be the exam score of that course. So the data is labeled, that what is. So basically this is the output we wanted, so we have the output. So here we go. So here is the illustration of this example. So behind the scene, the machine learning model will create a graph kind of thing that will match the exam scores and hours studied, and it will map it, and there is a regression model. So the line goes so that it has a minimum distance from the points, goes between the points, and it's a straightforward example of supervised learning. We will learn more algorithms of supervised learning in next coming lectures, but the key idea is to learn the relationship between input features and the target variable from the label training data, and then use the relation to make prediction on new unseen data. For example, what will be the score of student studied for 4 hours? Let's match it. So it will be nearly around 37. Yeah, so let's come to the unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning, we have the inputs and output label data, but in unsupervised learning we have only the data. We don't have the data labels. So but instead the algorithm tries to identify similarities uh, between the inputs so that they are categorized. For example, in Amazon, so we have different customer. We will see example in next few slide as well. So given x1, x1 to xn, no labels, output hidden structure in X, so it categorize it, makes the cluster. That what's unsupervised learning. And let's see the example of the unsupervised learning using the clustering. The problem we have is group a set of customer data into cluster based on purchasing behavior without prior knowledge of customer segment. So we have the data for the customer that has total purchases and the average purchases, but the problem here is there is we don't have the category for the customer. So like this customer belong to category A, belong to category B, high spending, low spending, high spending, low spending. So that's what we want to create it so that we can classify our customers. So here we go. So there is one algorithm in unsupervised learning, that is k-means clustering, in which we are dividing our data into k different groups. It's a popular unsupervised learning method. So we will learn more in next few lectures. So basically, after performing all dividing all the customer into different groups, we have this data. So you can so after running it, k-means it groups the customer data into cluster. Here is the cluster. Oh, sorry. Here is the cluster. You can see the data. this thing represent one cluster, so we have 4 cluster, means value of k is 4. We will learn more next is few slides. So here is the example. It's the popular one, unsupervised learning, because unsupervised is learning to find the subgroups in social media as well. All the Instagram and social media we are using today uses unsupervised learning to suggest friends to us, and we use unsupervised learning in identifying the types of exoplanet as well. So the third learning is reinforcement learning. This is more related to robotics. It's so it will learn to perform a task from the interaction with the environment, same as robotics. Robots are interacting with us, interacting with the environment to learn what is the next step to perform. It's between supervised learning and unsupervised learning, because algorithm gets told if the answer is wrong but cannot correct it, so it has to explore his environment and different possibilities to get it right. Yeah, it's called critic, and it's inspired by the humans psychological behavior, that we have to take the action to learn whether this action is right or wrong, like move down, bad action, like some similar like that. So example of reinforcement learning is playing chess. Interact with the game. Yeah, we are learning it, and we have seen robots grabbing an object, optimize inventory allocation. So these are examples. You can watch the video as well here, like to see how the robots are being used to grasping the object. So nanofabrication as well. So this method is used in nanofabrication. So here is the table that differentiate between 3 different kind of learning. So what's the goal? Like for example, to mapping the input data from the predefined labels and target. Here we have to find the hidden patterns or structures within unlabeled data. And here we have to make sequence of decision in the environment to maximize the cumulative reward. So here's the different uses that tell us which algorithm is used for these kind of learning. So we will learn more in next few videos. You will learn a lot of new things, may probably make our own AI model, so you can use it yourself. You will see it's very easy. See which kind of tools we have to use, that I will tell you in next video as well. So in this now we will see what's the machine learning process. So firstly we have to collect the data. So if you have the data ready and available, so that is good, but for the first step is collection of data. We are collecting the data behavior from internet, from trusted sources, and then the second step is preparing the data. So most of the time it will be collected like it has a null value, like missing values as well. We have to fill it, and we have to see, we have to also we don't want noise in our data as well, so thus low error data is hard to attain as well. Sometimes you will see it's difficult to collect data, but whenever you when you have the data, it will be easy for you to train your models. So this diagram will more clarify what's the machine learning process. So basically we are selecting the features, like for example we will see on what factors our output will ally. So we are choosing only those factors that are beneficial for us, that are influencing our output. Then we are collecting the data and pre-processing the data, that filling the null value, handling missing value, outliers, errors, splitting up data into training, validation, and test set. And the third one is model selection. So we are choosing the model based on what we want to what we want to predict, or what is the structure. For example, if you do you want to use regression, classification, or clustering, that we will learn in next few videos for my machine learning course. So the fourth step is training. So when we have the data, we are splitting the data into 280 ratio 20, so that so for training we are using 80% of our data to train our model. So it learns from data, and we will have rest 20% of the data, so that we can see how accurate our model is. So that's our last step, evaluation. Before the system is deployed, it needs to be tested, that is evaluated. We have to see what's the accuracy tested. So we have the function. It will be very easy. All you have to use Python libraries. So let's see the recent machine learning applications as well. So Alexa, you have seen Netflix. Everyday application today is using the AI feature, AI assistant. So they all have machine learning. So that's the motivation behind this course. So data science is future. So it's very good if we know what machine learning is, how to make the model, so that we can grow in this era, and scientific discoveries as well. Lot of things are getting discovered by the machine learning, as well as we have seen unsupervised learning used to match the patterns from the space, exoplanet, and radiology and medicine as well. I know it's not like scientists are trying to bringing AI into the medication as well, so that we have the doctors as well that tells us by evaluating our body what medication is this, what happened to our body. So creating music, art, and photos. So lot of music, art, and photos are made by the artificial intelligence. You might have seen the pictures generated by the chat GPT, and the different voice that are changing, like different AI models that are changing the voice. Here are the different links if you want to go there and check it out. What's the video, what is happening in today world. Text generation, most common example, chat GPT. Yeah, sorry, I will have probably a good handwriting next time, because I'm using my mouse pad, so that's why I'm not able to type it in. So it's ethical consideration for learning, for doing a machine learning, is data privacy, as we are playing with the data as well. So we need to protect the individual's privacy as well. For example, Amazon using our customers' data, like uh, what are our preferences and what things we like it, and they have to keep it private as well. So privacy, they must be under the regulation. And fairness as well, like for example, you might have, like we are not allowed to train any AI model like biased, like for example, this is the right thing. It must be fairness, it's a right or wrong, he should be decided. So the third one is human oversight. Implement human oversight mechanism to handle situations where AI may require expert judgment or interpretation. So feedback loop kind of stuffs, yeah. So programming tool that we need to learn this course is Python. Machine learning is we will do machine learning in Python, and Python packages like Pandas. Panda is used for handling the data. Scikit-learn, we will use machine learning models from Scikit-learn. And Keras, you can use this one as well, but I will use Scikit-learn. If you haven't used Python, here are some basic you can learn from their resources of the Python. So what Pandas is a powerful and productive Python and data analysis. Yeah, basically for handling the data, it will we can put our data into data frames where we can use it. So It's built top on either package NumPy, which provides support for multi-dimensional arrays. So you might have worked with NumPy, but Pandas is more powerful. It has more features. We will learn more in next video. So the Pandas we provide provides data analysis features similar to R, MATLAB's rich data structures to function to so key component provided by Pandas that we will use is series and data frame. And how we can import this one, import Pandas as PD. Yeah, so Pandas make it simple to do many things of time consuming repetitive tasks associated with working with data, including data cleaning, data normalization, data visualization, statistical analysis, loading and saving data, and much more. In fact, with the Pandas, you can do everything that makes world-leading data scientists vote Pandas as best analysis and manipulation tool available. So, thank you for watching this video. In this video, we have covered what machine learning is. You might be able to see the difference between programming and machine learning, and what different type of learnings, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and the reinforcement learning, different like what's the process of machine learning. So you have seen we have studied all of them. We will proceed further in next video, where we will learn how to do our how to make a machine learning model. So we'll learn in next video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. That will motivate us to make more these kind of video. Thank you.